We can learn a lot about life if we pay attention to life, and we can learn a lot about life if we pay attention to life during the summer. And in this series, Life Is, we've talked about three things so far. Week 1, we talked about how life is messy. Week 2, we talked about how our families are messy. And in week 3, we together discovered that our relationship with God is messy. This is Father Mark Toops welcoming you back for week 4 of our series, Life Is. This past Sunday, July 1st, we discovered the fact that in the midst of all of the mess, it's important for us to turn to God. And that's a really important question for a lot of us. So where do you turn? What happens with your heart whenever you discover the mess of life? You know, when you look at your marriage, when you look at your kids, when you look at your own life, especially like last week when we talked about how we believe that God can work miracles in a life, but we always don't see how he'll do that or when he's doing that. In the wait, when you're waiting for God to do something in your life, especially when it's messy, we can turn in on ourselves, you might say, trying to take control of the situation or even trying to take control of life. And we all know that just leads to more mess, right? That just leads to more frustration. So this past Sunday, we heard this awesome story about the woman in the gospel. And we've heard this story so many times, we just kind of pass right over it, but it's that woman with the hemorrhage. And notice that she had carried this her entire life. And this day, she just wakes up, and this day, like all these people are coming into the village, all these people are coming into her town. And as Jesus Christ is walking in her midst, instead of turning in, maybe in on her shame or hiding because she doesn't want to deal with the mess, what does she do? She turns towards God. She reaches out to God and she asks God for help, literally in the midst of her physical mess. This is just a really good news to a lot of us in two ways. Number one, I'm encouraged because of how long she had to wait for God to do something awesome in her life. And then what happened when she turned to God in the midst of her mess. And I just want to offer a word of encouragement to you. A lot of us, especially those of us who watch a lot of these videos or things like this, maybe you do that because you're looking for something in your life where God can reveal that he's active and alive. I just want to offer a word of encouragement that he's there. He has heard your prayer. And if you feel the temptation to try to take control of life, just tell God that. That's all you have to do. Just say, God, I need help, just like the lady did. And while the miracle may not look as dramatic as the one in this weekend's gospel, God is going to respond to us in some type of way. If you'd like to hear a little bit more about this homily or hear homilies from other priests of our diocese who are also preaching the same series, go to our website, htdiocese.org, click on the homilies button. That'll take you to a lot of awesome stuff that can help you in your life and help you, especially when life is messy and we need to learn how to turn to God in the midst of our mess. God bless you.